Fuck is you talking about? Welcome back to another episode of Survival Time. I'm your host with the most funny cash money nigga. We finna get into another episode with this shit. We finna see how the Rollin 60s got into it with the motherfucking A-Trade gangsters. Let's get into it. Let's see what's up.
Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I will detail the death of a young A-Trade gangster member and how Mr. Cody took revenge.
Ooh, both big youngsters. Boo, bad, boo, bad, 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 boo, squalling. Fool named Daryl Oaks, the hood just recruited. He was originally from 9-0. Went around the corner, got the strap. The homie came back. He was on the hood like 2 days. He thought it was something more serious than just the fisticuffs. And that's all it was. And it's 79. Ooh, this is 70. It's September 79. Man, it's still the 70s. It's all about this, fool. Fool come back with the heat. Tell Fatty move, dump. Boom, boom. Kill Tyrone. Shoot him in the head and the chest. Shoot Bogart. Boom, from the 60s in the stomach. Rest of them break. We all break too. Like, damn.
In 1979, along with Tookie's arrest, was the start of the A-Tray Rollin 60s war.
You know what I'm saying? They said, I don't know, something went down and some dude was from 9-0 but had started claiming A-Tray and was hanging out with the A-Trays and said that they had some little petty little beef that they were just gonna, squab it out and squash it and go on about their business. But, this guy didn't know that it wasn't turned up like that, and he overreacted.
One domino effect caused this big ass war. That's what's so crazy. But it's funny because this shit is caused by somebody that ain't even a part of neither gang. If anything, they look dumb by even beefing with each other for that shit. They should have went on the hunt for that nigga, because at that point, he the reason for all this shit even happening. Niggas is tweaking.
And blasted on the dude from 60 and...
No, they almost don't know why they're beefing.
No,
you see what I'm saying? Because it's so far removed from the origin of that.
I saw they wore front hand,
Fight happened, someone got killed, and the other side wanted payback, and that didn't happen. And then 30s or 40 years now, that's been happening?
Yeah, it's
You're talking about multi-generational...
Well, over 40 years.
Multi-generational beef that started with someone that people probably have never even met. Didn't even know. These days, have no idea who that is, and so forth.
By 1980, the A-Trade Gangster Crips were already a well-known Crip gang in Los Angeles, already having years of beef with blood gangs like the Inglewood families. But by 1979, Crip rivals began to emerge, with hoods like the Rollin 60 Crips and the A-Trade Gangsters beginning to have a war. And ever since 1979, a back and forth between the two attributed to a lot of gang violence and a lot of deaths. James Cameron, aka Twinkie, was a young respected member of the A-Trade Gangsters. He was born around 1966 and was put on the A-Trade Gangsters in the late 70s. He was viewed as a young homie who was really down for his gang. On Thanksgiving 1979, from Mr. Cody's account, another homie named Little Doc, Twinkie, and Mr. Cody himself were walking down the street. Mr. Cody was strapped with a revolver, and Little Doc had his own gun. Mr. Cody handed the gun to Twinkie. Then less than a few minutes later, police pulled up on him. Twinkie was arrested with the gun, but he never told, gaining the respect of Mr. Cody and all the A-Trade gangsters. He was released in 1980. He was on...
Y'all niggas better listen up to that one, nigga. Y'all better be ready to do time for another nigga or another nigga crime or another nigga situation, because you could get pulled in that quick like that with that shit. Niggas don't be thinking like that when they be taking these niggas guns and running off and trying to run around with other niggas guns and trying to do other shit with other niggas weapons and don't be knowing what the fuck be going on. So if the body is on there or anything, nigga, you will catch it, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
13 at the time of his arrest, with already being released by 1980. In October of 1980, on 84th Street in the A-Trade Gangsters turf, Twinkie, who was 14 years old at this time, was arguing with his girlfriend April. April wanted to go home that night instead of spending the night with Twinkie. Twinkie had no problem with that, but it was almost midnight. Twinkie walked April to the bus stop, taking his gun, knowing that his gang and the Rollin 60s had her own side war. Once at the bus stop, they stood and talked. Twinkie spotted a car, which he believed to be someone from the Rollin 60 Crips. Mr. Cody later said from his own words, which had later been identified as Pretty Boy from Rollin 60's car. Twinkie pulled out his weapon to fire on the car, but April stopped him. Minutes later, the Rollin 60s crept up from behind and fired one shot, striking Twinkie in his upper left side, below the armpit, and basically hitting him in the heart. Twinkie in shock ran across the street and collapsed. The shooters then sped off in the car and were never caught. Twinkie said in his last moments allegedly, "Mama, I'm gonna be good. I ain't gonna bang no more, mama. I'm gonna be good. He died soon after the buckshot in his heart. Twinkie was only 14 years old. With Twinkie's death, all the A trays were out.
Man, y'all niggas ain't even, man, like that's a cold ass if that really happened. Niggas need to really sit back and think on that right there. That nigga said he was gonna stop banging for his mama pretty much. Like, niggas be realizing that these things be hurting their parents. These niggas be realizing these things be affecting their families. Niggas be realizing how negative this shit really, this cloud that it bring over everything that they doing, but they still can't let this shit go. Even until death, like, niggas will still be trying to be repping this shit. But the thing is, he's a child, and you should really realize that in that instant. As much as he was trying to play grown, he was a child, and that showed you right there that these niggas is just kids. You starting a war amongst kids, and then it extends amongst grown-ups and adults, and then it starts to go on for generations in teenage years and 30s and 40s and 50s, and niggas is still going at it about the same old shit instead of just coming to a means of terms of agreement to just shut shit down, because it's really far removed from what the fuck this generation even know of. Even fucking Vlad, the culture vulture, said that fucking much. If he's saying it, I know niggas should realize that much, but I just feel like niggas is just slacking as per usual on the ball.
Revenge. Even Twinkie's mother, who called Monster Cody over after Twinkie's death. Twinkie's mom supplied Monster Cody and his crew with guns. She wanted the man who killed Twinkie to be murdered and wanted all the Rollin 60s to feel Twinkie's death. She would even say things like, I want to see all them on the news, and I want to see newspapers of their deaths. Twinkie's mom even took revenge shooting up April's home with Monster Cody in attendance. She wanted to kill April. April became on the A-Tray Gangsters hit list, with them believing she set up Twinkie. Monster Cody followed this up by shooting up some Rollin 60s at 59th Street Elementary in a Rollin 60s turf, even engaging in several shootouts.
God damn, the mama got involved and started shooting at niggas? What the fuck? Damn, dude, what the fuck going on out in California? What the fuck? The mama got off the porch because of this shit? Goddamn. See, this is why the fuck you need fathers in the household. I keep saying this shit. Where the fuck is the man at? Where's the father? Where this boy daddy at? Where the fuck is
the Rollin 60s after losing Twinkie? After going to 5 funerals of dead friends due to the war with the Rollin 60s, at this point, Monster Cody was dedicated to get revenge for his homies like Twinkie, and that made him one of the deadliest gangsters to come from LA. Monster Cody allegedly has been a part in over 10 Rollin 60s deaths.
Do you have any idea how many people you've killed?
No, I don't even know. I wonder how many people Oliver North killed. I don't know. Or Norman Schwarzkopf. He's a hero, isn't he? I don't know.
But you remember doing it?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I was engaged in a war, and the rules of engagement were kill or be killed, you know?
You say it's a war. Who are the sides? Who's fighting who? Over what?
It's a war actually for nothing other than the destruction of human beings. The end result is to create funerals. As many soldiers as you can drop on other
The
sides.
war is taking a toll. Every criminal act I've committed has been in commission in trying to destroy in some aspect the Rollin 60s. Crip organization, and my whole life has been spent.
Niggas don't realize how sick this shit sounds. Niggas don't realize how crazy this shit is. How anti-black man we be towards one another over dumb shit. And I ain't gonna say that man death was dumb, but either none of these people deserve to die over this dumb ass shit. It was a simple fight and it escalated. It didn't have to escalate further, but these niggas still took it there. 30, 40 years in the past and they still taking it there. So I'm not really understanding. And that's why I say, like, this shit is on a low level premise. Niggas ain't thinking deep enough to actually want to take shit further in life. Everybody's still caught up in their teenage years. What the fuck happened to them when it was kids? That's how you know these niggas is childish. Don't matter what the age is, no matter what the background is, these niggas be still stuck in their time frame on where they was most damaged. So you really need to sit back and look at these niggas and niggas like this, because at the end of the day, they was hurt at a young ass age, and the reason that they still act out like a child is because they still in the mind state of a fucking child. That's why it's so easy for them to become institutionalized, because niggas is so caught up in the moment. Get the fuck out of the moment and invest in the future, my nigga. But y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think. Like, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.
Hey, gotta know your purpose, understand what worth is. These snakes is lurking, observing, trying to close your curtains. These hoes be perping. OG told me